Habit 1. Timely, proper oil changes. Consistent, correct oil changes are essential for engine life. Regular maintenance is critical, especially if your driving routine involves stop-start traffic, short trips, high heat, or dusty conditions. These count as severe service. Best practice: change full synthetic oil every 5,000 miles or 6 months. For severe service, shorten to 3,000-4,000 miles. Always use an OEM oil filter. Cheap $2 filters can have weak filtration and poor check valves. Select viscosity and certification, e.g., SAE 0W20, 5W30, API-SP, ILSAC, GF6, based on the owner's manual. Turbocharged and GDI engines are especially prone to oil dilution. Delaying oil changes can cause sludge, timing chain wear, and VVT phaser failure. At each oil change, measure what drains out to monitor consumption, cut the filter open to check for metal shavings, early sign of bearing or ring issues, shine a flashlight to check for metal in the oil, inspect under the cap for sludge. Clean metal surfaces mean a healthy engine. Milky, coffee-colored oil signals coolant intrusion. Log all details: date, mileage, oil filter used, to track costs and keep warranty protection. Habit 2. ATF is not lifetime. Change it. Automatic transmission fluid, ATF, isn't truly lifetime. Transmissions wear gradually, even if fluid appears clean. Ignore lifetime claims. Stick to a real-world schedule. Drain and fill every 60,000 miles or 6 years. Hybrids can go up to 90,000 miles but not further. Towing or hot climates? Change sooner. Use only OEM ATF, like Toyota WS, Honda ATF W1, Mopar ATF BLAR4, Mercon, Dexron. Avoid universal fluids. Wrong friction modifiers can cause slipping, overheating, or seal failure. During service, clean pan magnets, replace the gasket, torque bolts to spec, fill precisely. Some transmissions need electronic dipsticks or overflow ports. If fluid was neglected and symptoms appear, avoid high-pressure flushes. Perform partial drain fills, then test drive and check shifting temperature. Early symptoms: torque converter shudder, delayed shifting, hot whining, or leaks at pan axle seals. Following these rules can prevent $3,000–$5,000 repair bills, stabilizes MPG, and extends timing chain turbo life. Ticking time bombs, cooling and timing belts. Habit 3. Scheduled cooling system. Flush coolant degrades over time. Never skip a flush. After 5 years or 50,000–60,000 miles, its anti-corrosion properties fade, risking acid buildup, water pump damage, clogged heater cores, blown gaskets, or internal leaks. Warning signs: bubbling in the radiator, white exhaust, vanishing coolant, no visible leak, weak heat, always on fan, crusty deposits around hoses. Correct method: use original type coolant, OAT, HOT, Psi-OAT. Never mix types or colors. Mix 50/50 with distilled water, or use OEM premix. Flush every 5 years. Replace the radiator cap. Correct pressure, typically 13 to 16 psi, if the rubber's old. Test the thermostat. Open-closed issues affect heat, overheating. Bleed the system after refilling to avoid air pockets. Use bleed screws or a vacuum tool. Clean radiator, condenser fins to prevent overheating. Test freeze point with a refractometer and coolant health with pH strips. Suspect a blown head gasket? Use a block tester for CO2 and coolant. Cost for a flush, $7,200. Neglect risks, warped heads and blown gaskets. In $500, $3,800. Habit 4. Timely timing. Belt replacement. Timing belts age out by years or miles. Replace them as a full kit. Heat, oil leaks and stress cause cracks, glazing, or failure. Lots of engines are interference designs. If the belt snaps, pistons and valves collide, causing $2,000–$5,000 in repairs. Typical intervals: 60,000–80,000 miles or 7 to 10 years. Some makers say 100,000 miles, but inspect earlier in hot, dusty regions. Always replace the whole kit: belt, tensioner, idler, and water pump if belt-driven. Change cam, crank seals if oil is seeping. Inspect the serpentine belt, alternator pulley, and tensioner. Symptoms are rare. Failure often happens with no warning. If you can, check the belt for cracks or oil damage. Fix oil leaks before installing a new belt. Safe replacement: align to timing marks, locking tools, torque bolts to spec, and hand turn the engine 2 full revolutions before starting. Cost: $600, $1,000. Delay risks a total engine rebuild. Ignition, fuel, airflow. The 3 power bottlenecks. Habit 5. Replace spark plugs with quality parts. Old spark plugs kill MPG by up to 30%, cause misfires and ruin the catalytic converter. $1,000 to $1,500 repair. Change interval, 60,000 70,000 miles for turbo GDI. Up to 100,000 miles for NA engines with iridium plugs. Recommended brands: NGK Iridium 9 Sierra Laser Iridium, Denso Iridium TT, Bosch Double Iridium, Ford GM. Always prefer OEM. Motorcraft AC Delco. Install tips: torque to spec, never gap iridium plugs by hand, check coil boots and plug tube seals, and use a tiny dab of dielectric grease on the boot tip. Habit 6. Change the fuel filter. A clogged fuel filter strains the pump, risking weak acceleration and hard starts. A $40 filter protects a $500, $1,000 pump. Interval, 30,000, 60,000 miles. Safety: depressurize the system. Pull fuse, let engine die, work in open air, avoid sparks. Use only OEM trusted filters. Cheap ones may leak or shed fibers, especially with E10, E15 fuel. Habit 7. Keep the PCV valve healthy. A stuck PCV valve means high crankcase pressure, oil leaks, and possible consumption of a quart every 1,000 miles, common in older engines. Interval, 30,000, 50,000 miles. It's a quick, cheap fix, $10, $20. Symptoms: blue smoke, rough idle, oily leaks at the cover. Always check hoses for cracks and swelling during replacement. Habit 8. Clean the MAF sensor. Change the air filter. A dirty MAF sensor misleads the ECU, causing sluggishness, poor MPG, hard starts, and codes P0101, P104. Interval: clean MAF and change air filter every 12,000, 15,000 miles, sooner with oiled filters. Proper cleaning: unplug harness, remove MAF, spray only with MAF cleaner, never brake cleaner, or WD-40. Avoid touching wires, let dry before reinstalling. OBD2 can show airflow changes before/after cleaning. Combined benefits: strong ignition, clean fuel, and precise airflow, restore performance, lower fuel use, and protect expensive parts like turbos and catalytic converters. Avoiding repairs from $700 to $2,500 due to misfires or soot. Habit 1. Timely, proper oil changes. Always use an OEM oil filter. Cheap $2 filters can have weak filtration and poor check valves. Habit 4. Timely timing. Belt replacement.